In the 23rd century, humanity erupted into the Third World War. Earth ravaged by war was no longer habitable for humans. At this critical moment of survival, a temporary government constructed a space station in low Earth orbit and transformed Titan, Saturn's moon, into a new home suitable for human habitation. It was said to be a paradise with birds singing and flowers blooming, a true earthly utopia. But only those who could afford the expensive immigration fees were allowed to go. Titan became home to the wealthy, while most refugees were left to live in the disease-ravaged space station. Laura was a doctor aboard the space station. It was her duty to treat and save lives, but her sister often sent messages from Titan, asking Laura to join her there. So to save up enough money for the journey, Laura took a job as a medical officer on a cargo ship. They were transporting construction materials to the Beta Centauri System's Space Station 42. It would be a long trip, taking 8 years for a round trip. Apart from Laura, there were 6 other people aboard the cargo ship: the captain Lawrence, the first officer Anna, the navigator Jimmy, engineers Vance and Pro, and a space marshal assigned by the temporary government. Due to recent attacks on the space station by rebel forces, there were rumors that the rebel leader was planning a larger-scale operation. Thus, all cargo ships were required to have a space marshal on board. This journey would be fully controlled by an intelligence system, with only one crew member on duty to manage the ship's daily operations. Every 8 months they would rotate. The rest of the crew would enter cryogenic sleep. 3 years and 8 months later, it was the 4th month of Laura's shift. Before boarding, she had sent her sister a video. According to the usual reply schedule from the space station, she wouldn't receive a response for another 4 years. But to her surprise, she received a message early. Laura didn't think much of it. She then recorded another video for her sister. She was busy sending the message, completely unaware of a shadow that passed behind her, until a strange sound came from the cargo hold. Laura got up to investigate. There was indeed something in the cargo hold. Frightened, she rushed out, but she encountered Deke, who was supposed to be in cryo-sleep. He said the airlock to the cargo hold had been opened, and he was automatically awakened by the ship's program. He also mentioned that crew members were prohibited from entering the cargo hold. Laura explained there was something inside, and in an emergency they should immediately wake the captain. Deke didn't believe her, and suggested accompanying her to the cargo hold to investigate, but Laura insisted on waking the captain. When the captain woke up, he immediately opened the cargo hold door. As they entered the cargo hold, they found several pieces of protective suits lying on the floor. The captain speculated that the suits might have been thrown onto the ground by external pressure. He inputted commands on the control panel to check the status of the airlock, and discovered that during Laura's shift, the airlock had been opened multiple times. Laura couldn't provide a reasonable explanation, unless there was a malfunction inside the cargo hold. The 3 of them put on protective suits and entered the storage area. Since the storage area had 9 sections, the captain instructed them to check the cargo boxes separately, and that's when the tragedy struck. For reasons unknown, the captain fell from a great height. By the time Laura and Deke reached him, the captain was already lifeless.